F1, we got playoffs, NFL scheduling, MVP, the Derby. We got that Derby clip.
The Derby. Yeah, we gotta get that Derby clip. That was some good. That was and that's an athlete right there. That's an
we go, we
athlete
go.
right there.
We got it. We gonna see if that motherfucker passed the drug. Do they drug test horses before or after the race?
I think both.
Oh, okay.
I
I
think
know.
both.
No road rage. I know roid rage when I see it. You saw that?
Chill.
You saw him right after the race.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. So like you said, we got Joker MVP.
I got a text tone right now. We got to get that rich strike clip. Oh, he's still in.
Yeah, I think he hears. He hears. He gave a thumbs up.
All right.
Happy Monday, everybody. May 9th. To all the got any mothers in here listening. Hope you had a great Mother's Day yesterday.
Outstanding Mother's Day.
A great weekend.
Yeah, man, it was a good weekend. Good weekend, like you said. Mother's Day, obviously. We had the Kentucky Derby. We got obviously NBA playoffs going on. We had F1 Miami, which was huge. I'm sure you saw a lot more people talking about it this weekend and probably past weekends. What else? Got some NFL news.
Canelo caught an L this weekend.
Canelo caught, which was somewhat of an upset. I know you the boxing savant, boxing experts. We definitely gonna go to you on that. What else we had rocking this weekend, man?
So that's the WNBA kicked off this weekend.
WNBA kicked off May. If you don't know, it is Mental Health Awareness Month. So we'll talk a little bit about that. Got a lot going on, man. One half of the pod, Darius Butler. Got my co-host Antoine Bethea.
What to do, baby?
On the other side, man. And after this intro, we're gonna get to it. Shoot any questions. Tell a friend to tell a friend, like the stream, all that good stuff. Hashtag M2M Live, use that. And we'll see y'all on the other side.
Man, we back, man. We're gonna jump right into it. F1. My expert up here, Darius Butler on the F1, man. What did you think of the show, man? And that's definitely what it was. You got your top 10, you got your top 3 guys that made the podium. What do you think this weekend?
Man, obviously, F1 coming to Miami, being more prevalent in the States. It was huge. It's a spectacle. It's kind of like that's their Super Bowl. They got 21 of them, so they'll be in 12 days. They'll be doing another one in Spain, I believe. So they go around from city to city around the world. This was the first F1 Miami ever. So I thought it was a success. It wasn't much back and forth, only one lead change in the actual race. And lap 9, I believe, Max Verstappen, that's when he took the lead over Charles Leclerc. And he pretty much led it the whole way. But, just leading up to it, you saw all the money that we talked about in the last episode, all the money that came in town, all the stars that were in the building. Parties, dinners, everything that surrounds F1, just like Super Bowl. It was dope from that standpoint. Reportedly, Stephen Ross, the Miami Dolphins owner, I don't know if we had that clip or not, I saw a report from Pro Football Talk. By
Broke the bank,
hosting by hosting an F1 event on Sunday, Dolphins owner Stephen Ross reportedly will make as much money as he does by hosting an entire season of NFL games. So that just
That's
shows you
wild.
how much money it brought to the city. But it was dope, man. It was awesome.
That's wild. I'm thinking like how much did he take home from that? You know, like who did he had to pay out? Like how much did he take home for that? But for him to just 1 week alone to make as much as he would make in a season, man. And you just think about football, and that's a $1 billion business, and you do this in one weekend. If I was him, I might have to rethink some things, man.
Not so check it. So F1 and them having a Grand Prix in Miami. This is the first Miami Grand Prix. So it's a 10-year commitment. So this is
Oh
one.
man.
Yeah, so this is one of 10 that they committed to. I'm sure to probably go beyond that. Miami kind of committed to making it, big. Stars, people, celebrities like to come to Miami anyway. They've hosted in nice cities all around the world, but they got a 10-year commitment. So basically, Miami and Stephen Ross essentially hosting the Super Bowl for the next 10 years. And
Oh, you
Austin
can't beat
has
that.
commitment. Can't beat it. Can't beat that with a
Can't beat
bat. Vegas, they'll be in Vegas in November. So as F1 continues to grow in America, you'll see more and more cities, I'm sure, get on that schedule. But for y'all that don't know, because I just kind of found out a lot of this past weekend, being down there. But Liberty Media is an American company that bought F1 back in 2016 for like $4.5 billion, and then they had obviously goals to grow the sport in America. Created the documentary, the docu-series, I guess, Drive to Survive, and that's what made it so much more popular in the States. So you'll see more of this, man. So as you can see right now, you got the stars, all the people that showed up. You see Brady, Michael Jordan, David Beckham, LeBron, the star, Serena Williams,
Yeah. They was
Venus
out,
Williams, like they were out. They were out.
man.
Definitely the who's who, but it was dope, man. It was good to see. Did you watch the race at all? Did you watch anything leading up to it
Nah,
at
I did not.
all?
I did not. I was following on social media. You posting, other people posting. Obviously, being in Miami, like you said, all the stars came out, but I did not catch it. Then yesterday it was Mother's Day, so running around with the little ones, trying to get wifey some time off. But heard a lot
Yeah,
of good things about it, man. And just I'm anxious just to see, since you've been talking about it a lot. Just anxious to see where F1 goes in the States, and obviously they're trying to put a bigger footprint in the States. I'm just anxious to see where it goes from here.
yeah. It'll definitely continue to grow. And NASCAR is doing well. Obviously, NASCAR is something that's been for a while. Indy 500 is race month in Indy. But I think it'll continue to grow. Once people see the money and the people behind it, you get to know the drivers more, the different brands. And once people allocate those resources and that money and content to it, Drive to Survive has been renewed for season 5 and season 6. So it'll definitely continue to grow in the States. At some point, you'll be into it. I know you will. And I will see this race. I'm going to see the schedule. It's going to expand in America. Charlotte will probably be a city because it's already kind of a racing city. Indy.
Not kind of.
Yeah, Charlotte's a huge racing city. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
um,
Question for you though. I'm a put in reverse, right? And we talked about this a few weeks ago, and we had a big discussion on here. And Marlon Humphrey, he tweeted something out the other day. Is a professional driver considered an athlete? And we talked about this a few weeks ago, and obviously we was on both different ends of the spectrum.
Yeah.
Obviously looking at the, you being out there this weekend, watching the races, do you still stand firm and believe in that drivers are superior athletes, or are they great at what they do?
Man, That's an athlete if I ever seen one, man.
Okay.
You see, I believe, yeah, that's Carlos. That's Carlos saying, let me run this video for the people listening, not watch. We got this video of Carlos Sands looking absolutely ridiculous with a football helmet. They got the straps all messed up. They got the high and low on one side. Come on, man. Who said
they ain't put the chin strap through the face, man? Oh, man.
Do it. We need a Tia Frog on deck. But yeah, absolutely. And you didn't watch, but absolutely they're athletes. I went into it, and Marlon asked the question, like you said, this is something we talked about a couple of weeks ago. And I got a block. I got to put Marlon on a temporary block. He always got some good tweets, but he spoiled Ozark for me. He put out a spoiler on his tweet. That's a big violation on social media. So he on my temporary block list right now. But yes, absolutely. So think about this. You sit in that car for 57 laps in this Miami heat, like not the basketball team. It was hot out there. So being on that track, I'm sure you've been to some sort of racetrack at some point. It's kind of like a track meet, like you just out there hot. So Max Verstappen, after the race, you saw he was drained. They lose however many pounds, get in the water. Absolutely athletes, man. The G-force, driving those cars, 200 miles an hour. I mean, damn right they're athletes, man.
So you in court, and your argument so you in court, and your argument, so somebody asking, are they athletes? You say, oh, they sitting in the car and it's hot outside.
Hey, just watch the race, Your Honor. What is this? Just watch I put the wrong thing. Just watch the race, Your Honor. All you got to do is watch the race, watch it practice. The off season, they're exercising to stay in shape, to make weight. Absolutely athletes, man. Come on, man. Not even a debate.
Okay. I'm not taking no bait. You know what I'm saying? I guess you standing firm on that. I just think they're great at what they do. You know what I'm saying? They're in their lane and they're great at what they do. Everybody can't do what they do, as far as, like you say, sitting in the car, or they had the picture of them laying down in the car, whatever it is, and being able to go around that track that many times. And in different elements, I think they're great at what they do. I just feel as though if we put them in the category as athletes,
here we go. Don't disrespect them.
It's no disrespect. This is just my opinion, and I'm not coming off from no disrespect. I just feel as though we have to put so many other situations.
Like what?
Like we talked about it before. Esports, like.
Oh no! Come on, bro. Come on now. Come on. You sitting in a chair.
Down. You sitting down. You competing. You competing? Are you not? You got to have a skill. Everybody can't play video games.
But they're putting their bodies on the line the same way we do.
Esports too. If you sit down in a chair all day,
not putting their bodies on the line. Like,
what you mean? You in this chair all day? Your back messed up. You got carpal tunnel in your wrists, your hands. Like, what you like?
I can't believe this. You know what? We're gonna get it. We're gonna get a driver on here. We're gonna get a driver on the show. We're gonna talk about the off-season work. So you see, matter of fact, I got my McLaren stuff on. They fitted me up, they geared me up. People been asking me to pick a team. As of right now, I'm Team McLaren. And now I'm a free agent after every year, but they show amazing hospitality with me and Kenny Moore out there. Each different team, because obviously on the racetrack, you go to the event, it's shit is spread out. So I wasn't about to be out there walking. It's kind of like a theme park. Like you'll have to walk a mile to go to this place. So once I got into their race house, we posted. It was hot. We posted. We got a little breeze here. We got drinks. We got food. So met a bunch of people with Team McLaren, and they were awesome. So I'm gonna try to get somebody from them, or maybe one of the drivers, Lando or Daniel, to get on the show and talk about why they are athletes and why they should be considered athletes.
Someone got a great question. Is
damn right. Athlete? Absolutely.
All right. I was about to say.
What would you say?
Yeah, I would say they are.
Yeah, absolutely athletes, man. Every one of the drivers were, kicking the ball back and forth for David Beckham before draft. Well, these are athletes, man. But yeah, it was a good showing for F1. I'm sure their fan base and everything will continue to grow. AB will be a fan at some point. I'm gonna let y'all know right now. But
We're gonna see. We're gonna see. But great weekend for Miami. Great weekend for Steven Ross. Great weekend for F1 Miami and F1 fans, man.
Yeah. It was a great weekend for race fans, period, because that Kentucky Derby, I mean, we saw one of the greatest upsets in sports. One of the best calls. You had Rich Strike, who was an 80-1 odds. Like, I think the second biggest underdog in a win in Kentucky Derby history. And this is obviously a huge sports weekend as well. This is something that stars and celebrities show up to as well. So I think Tom Brady chose F1 over the Derby.
He probably been to a million derbies.
Just saying.
Probably sit this one out, but Rich Strike, man, the way they maneuver through that traffic and hit that home stretch was impressive.
Yeah, I hope we won't get a strike for this video, but I'm gonna show a little bit of it. At least.
We are.
You think so? You think we're gonna get it?
We are.
I won't even have a call.
We definitely. You don't need it. Just watch this.
Nah, the call made it even more electric.
Look at my man, yo.
Yeah, Mattress Mac was sick. I think he bet 1.5 M's on the dog. I mean, the horse that came in second place.
You sitting there watching that. You like, man, ain't no way.
Look, even the announcer wasn't even like Rich Strike wasn't even in the conversation until about right here. And he's like, oh my God, Rich Strike comes up there. Hey,
go get it.
Hey,
that
was impressive, man.
And they said I think it was reported they bought their horse for $30,000.
Yep.
30,000. You talking about an investment.
End up, I think, making 1.5 in winnings after the owner or somebody I saw him getting interviewed after. He was saying like he was basically about to be out of racing. Like this horse wasn't even supposed to race until I think he was a scratch, and they got in the race on Friday. So what a finish. This is that's why you watch sports. Hey, bet on yourself.
Bet on yourself, baby. I like to see it.
Bet on yourself, man. We had another underdog in your lane.
Hey,
your lane, man.
He made that jump, man, and one of the one of the pound for pound best fighters in the world, Canelo Alvarez. But he jumped up to that light heavyweight, man. It was just a little bit too much for him, man. You could just look in the ring and just say like Bivol was just bigger, stronger, and Alvarez took an L. For some, might not have been a upset. I think a lot of people just saying, "Hey, Canelo, man, you've gone through different divisions. I think probably like 4 different divisions where he gone through and got the belts and was a champion. But stepping up to the light heavyweight, man, you dealing with them big boys, man. Them hits are just a little different. So, still, I think one of the top pound for pound.
Was it close or was it like because
based
on the tweets, all I saw just punishment.
Bivol put them hands on him, man. And it was from beginning to end, man. It was a good fight by Bivol. So Canelo, man, back to the drawing board. Bivol still undefeated. So I like where boxing is going right now, though. I like where it's going, man. You got Shakur Stevenson, man. You got Errol Spence. You got Bud Crawford, man. You still got you got Canelo, Bivol, man. We in a good spot right now.
That's good to hear, man. As long as the best fighting the best. And has Canelo been known to duck fights?
Nah, because
okay.
You know how that moved up. The tradition, man, like Mexican fighters, man, they not ducking nothing, man.
They want all the smoke.
All the smoke, man. So he's been holding his own, man.
All right, that's what's up. I see Floyd. So it wasn't up. Floyd knew where he know where to put his money. He bet 10 bands on the Bivol upset.
You see, it was only 10. It was only 10.
So he threw 10. He threw 10 on there. He probably put 10 on Canelo too, though. But he said easy pickup on his tweet, but he ended up winning $42,500 on that $10,000 bet. So Floyd felt like Bivol was gonna make the upset. All my boxing friends were talking about it, so it had to be good for boxing.
Tone. Now, Floyd, that's what he do. You definitely better believe he had a little bit on Canelo somewhere. Better believe that.
Facts. Floyd ain't fooling nobody, man.
At all. But,
what else you want to get into, man?
Hey, what I want to get into, this Miami.
Why we got to start with this series, man?
That's when we starting with Miami Heat and Philly, man.
It's NFL
I think both of myself and you, we had Joel Embiid as this year's MVP. Obviously, no shout outs to Joker, but Joel missed the first 2 games in Miami. Came back game 3, and you see the difference that he makes for this basketball team. Series tied up 2-2 going back to Miami, man. You worried?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm definitely worried. We gonna talk a little bit about Joker winning MVP and back-to-back MVPs for him. In my opinion, deservedly so. We talked about it on the show a few times, and I personally felt like Embiid was my pick to win it, but Joker it was deserving of it, and so was Giannis out there in Milwaukee. So either one of these 3 could have won it, but Joker did. But you see Embiid's impact on the offensive side of the court, on the defensive side of the court, and it's a whole different series with him in there. He came back with a mask, thugged it out, playing through the thumb, playing through the mask. On the season where he played his career high games during the season. So he gonna come out even more motivated in game 5 after seeing Joker win this MVP. So yeah, damn right I'm worried. Then Harden want to show up.
Yeah.
Danny Green want to show up, which that's what happens when you play at home. But they're going back to Miami. But Kyle Lowry not giving us enough. We talked about it last week. I talked about Duncan Robinson not really getting any burn. He hit 7 threes in the first game of the Hawks series. We haven't really seen him since. We got to get him some more minutes. I think Oladipo, we got to get him more minutes out there. Gabe Vincent, I like him. Lowry, I don't know if he's still hurt. He's just not a threat on the offensive side of the court. So I'm frustrated as a Heat fan. But I guess you could talk about it from the Philly standpoint. But as a Heat fan right now, I'm slightly worried. I still like us to win this series in 6 or 7. Obviously.
Yeah, man. 6 is about to take this thing, man. The momentum. Obviously, they going back to Miami. But again, Joel just brings
get Harden back to Miami. Come on, Harden.
Hey, Harden, stay out of Tootsie's, man. Stay out of 11. You know what I'm saying? Stay out of there. But I like what Embiid brings to the Philadelphia Sixers. And past show we talked about a bus driver, you know what I mean? And Joel, he is that, he's the bus driver for that team. And he just makes a huge difference, man. And if we can get Harden, and I did say if we can get Harden, if we can get Harden to even give us 85% of what he gave last night, you know what I'm saying? We in good hands. And then you got the young boy Maxey, Tobias Harris. He came out, played well. To your point, Danny Green, he played well. So I think we got a series right now. We got a series.
Yeah, 2-2. I trust our coach more. Jimmy Butler had another terrific game. He kind of been setting the tone. But we just got the others, which the others usually play better at home. So Hero, he struggled. We've been struggling as a team from 3, but Hero struggled. I think he'll play better at home. And like I said it a couple of shows ago, we got to find a way to get Duncan Robinson in it because that just spaces the court. That just puts an extra stress on the defense, especially when you got somebody in the paint like Embiid, because Bam Adebayo is a whole different player with Embiid in the game. Like whole
Hey,
different player with
different player.
Embiid. So
Hey,
we gotta, I know Duncan's a liability on defense, but we gotta figure something out, Spo. But Lowry, I done had enough, bro. We game 5. I don't care what they paying you. I don't care about the resume and who you have been in this league, a legend. But we gotta he should start getting the minutes that Duncan Robinson been getting for the last 6, 7, 8 games. But Harden last night, man. Everybody's obviously been talking about him on all the shows that talk basketball. What's happened to Harden? We've talked about it on this show. Last night he showed up. 31 points, 6 for 10 from 3-point, 9 for 10 at the free throw line, plus 8 on a plus minus, 9 assists, 7 rebounds. So he showed up and did his thing, and that's what they're gonna need to win against Miami. So we'll see if he continues to show up. We know Embiid will, but we shall see, man. I'm still rocking with the Heat. I'm riding to
as you should. You ain't got no choice, brother. You ain't got no choice. You ain't got no choice. But nah, definitely good
Green.
series though. Good series 2-2, man. I'm excited to see what that game 5 is gonna look like down in Miami, baby.
Yeah. Get Harden back to Miami. Can't wait.
Hey, another good series, man. Went back to Dallas. Luka and company was able to tie this series up. 2-2. Huge game last night. What you think about this series, man?
Dallas surprised me. Not gonna lie. I thought I obviously got faith in Luka, but the team showed up. Jason Kidd, Coach Kidd, man, he called Luka out on defense, called the other players out on offense, kind of to join the offensive party, scoring some points. But as a team collectively, they played better down the stretch in the season, but definitely held down the home court as they should. So now it's 2-2. Chris Paul, on his night of his birthday, had a terrible game. 5 points, fouled out. Obviously had an incident with the fans and his mom and wife in the stands. But they got to figure it out. Which Phoenix, they got one of the best home court advantages in the league. So I think they'll go back and hold it down and find a way to still win this series. But Dallas and Luka and Cole have been impressive. This is a good series right now. I think this should probably be another 7-game series, which I didn't expect.
Yeah, and I got to shout out my from 757, man, Finney Smith for the Mavs, man. Had a huge game. Last night was on 5 from 3. So definitely got to shout out my 757 brethren. Keep doing your thing, brother. And Tone, frauds, man. You called it.
Tone been consistent in the chat. Calling the Suns fraud. Number 1 overall seed. I think led the league by like 8 games coming into it. We obviously saw him. Did they go 2-0 in the finals? Up 2-0? And then end up losing to us. So Tone been consistent with it. We shall see. We shall see, man. I got a comment on this real quick though. Ace Boogie, the DB say legend when talking about Kyle Lowry. Wow, LOL. Yeah, I mean, in my opinion, yeah, he's a legend. When it comes to the Raptors, like he got a statue out there. You got a statue in your stadium, your arena, your court, field, pitch, diamond, wherever you play, you're a legend. Like that ends the debate right there. So Kyle Lowry's a legend, but I think those years are obviously behind him. But yeah.
Who you got in this series, D-Buck?
Woo!
It's tied 2-2, game 5, going back to Phoenix. Chris Paul coming off a horrible game 4.
He don't have too many of these now. I feel like these games pop up every probably 5-6 games. I know you always like, hey, hold on to Chris Paul disrespect, but I'm gonna stick with him though. I'm gonna stick with the Suns in this. So I think the Suns will take it. Yeah, I think they'll close it out at home. They'll close it out at home. Who you got?
Out at home?
No. I'm saying they'll probably go to 7, and
go to
then
7,
they'll have home court, and they'll win it.
I'm gonna go underdog. I'm going Dallas. 2-2. I feel like Dallas, they'll steal game 5. I think they'll close it out at home game 6.
Ooh.
I think they go 4 in a row.
It's impressive. That's impressive. Okay.
They
Okay.
own you about
Dallas.
this. They own.
You said they only
Go ahead.
what?
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Now I would just that's 1-4. Phoenix, like I said, they've been the best team all year, best team at home. But we shall see. Luka is he's proved to be one of them dudes. And I love what Jason Kidd did, Coach Kidd, with calling guys out, because you don't see that a lot, especially when it comes to superstars. Like, hey, look, Luka, you got to participate on defense. You can get away with that shit in the regular season, but in the postseason, just like football and the other sports, you got all that focus on winning. So they're gonna put your ass in those pick and rolls, and they're gonna force you to play defense. So he stepped up a little bit. Jalen Brunson and Cole stepped up on the offensive side of the ball to help him. In the first two games, I think Luka scored 30-something, 40-something. They lost. These last two games, he scored like 26. They won both of these games. So obviously it's a team game. But I'm still going Phoenix. Monty Williams, my coach of the year. They just, top to bottom, I think they got the better roster. But you're going the underdog, so you've been on point. So shit.
Yeah, I'm going underdog, man. Momentum is huge, as we both know. Momentum is huge, and then when you get them other guys playing well and having confidence within themselves, I think that speaks volume. And we talked about Dinwiddie and Brunson, not playing the best the first two games, but playing better while they are at home. And I think you just said it when you're talking about the other series, the Miami and Sixers. The other guys typically play better at home. So if we can get these guys, I said we again, if we can get them play better on the road, man, I think this is going to be one of them series where we start talking about, hey, Phoenix got to shake something up. If they don't make it, the Phoenix has to make it to the finals.
They got to win it. I feel like it's win or bust right now, especially with no LeBron in the playoffs. You've had a 2-0 lead in the finals last year. Like you got to win it. You got to win it. You got to win it. If you're the Phoenix Suns, you've been the best team wire to wire. Even when Chris Paul went down post All-Star break, Devin Booker kept his team afloat. Yeah, you gotta win it this year, dog.
Yeah, I mean, at least, like I said, make it to the finals. Yeah, at least get there. You know what I mean?
So obviously we had some conversations about fans and fan conduct, and we've been seeing more and more of this across the board. Chuck came up. Chuck was talking about on the TNT broadcast about, hey man, I think we should just have a 5 minute. We go to half court, squabble it out, whatever. But there was an incident with Chris Paul's family, mother, wife, I believe. A fan put his hands on him, put his hands on them allegedly. We had Chris Paul, got a little clip of him. Hey, look like a young man, his mother.
Hold on. Before we get to the incident, what you think about that video? What you think? What you think, Chris Paul? What you think?
Chris Paul out there selling wolf tickets, man, as my old heads used to call it. Because in once something like, and we like I said, we talked about it on this show, crossing the line, but once your mother, your family, wife, kids, once shit like that is involved, like it's we don't care about the rules, we don't care about where we at, we don't care about the scene that's made, none of that. Like, so obviously, he was talking the talk, he was barking, but Chris, he wasn't doing shit. He wasn't doing
it. Yeah, man, but like we had this discussion.
What you thought about that? Because I saw you smiling as soon as you saw the video. So, what were your thoughts on that?
He gonna see him later. But man, to my point, man, something got to give, man. And again, regardless, I don't think it's right or wrong. Young man, whoever he was, didn't know that whoever he was dealing with was Chris Paul's part of Chris Paul's family, but some got to give, man. You go to the game to enjoy the game. Yeah, we was going to be some banter or whatever, but it's starting to look like, yo, they feel as though like they can do this. Oh, I can go out here. I can do this. Like this privilege out. Like I can do this. Nothing's gonna happen to me. Something needs to happen to somebody. Somebody needs to be set as an example. You know what I mean? And you know, people talk about the malice in the palace, like you know how it was whoever threw that beer or whatever.
Drink, yeah, that was on them.
I bet you he never throw another drink again. I know that for sure. He'll never throw another drink again. You know what I mean? Man. So it wasn't a great look, but something got to be done, man. And the way the NBA and these leagues hold the players accountable, man, you gotta start holding these fans accountable as well. Like you can't have your product out there, you know, and you holding them to a higher standard than, you know, shit. Everybody be held at the same standard, same accountability, and keep it moving. But I'm with Chuck. He probably listening to the podcast when I
shout out Chuck. Okay,
man, respect, man. Shit, put hands on them people, man.
Yeah, man. Like we talked about a couple weeks ago, man. It's a line, and we most humans know what that line is when you cross it. And words are one thing. Obviously, you cross that line and put your hands on somebody, regardless if you knew that was a player's relative or not.
Right.
We get taught as early as 3, 2, 3, 4 years old, keep your damn hands to yourself. So once you cross that line, you got to deal with the consequences. And once Chris Paul boy, lucky they was holding Chris Paul back.
Hey, talk that shit, D, but
I don't know what would have happened to that kid. But hey, what's the next series, VO? Okay. Bucks lead 2-1 over the number 2 Boston Celtics, number 2 seed Boston Celtics. Jason Tatum stunk it up. You said on this show a Greek Freak will go back and adjust and see what they've been doing. They let him play a little more physical. He was running through that shit. Bop, bop, bing, bing, bing. Ha! But he did that. He adjusted. He put a whooping on him, man. So Bucks lead the series 2-1. I think they have another game at home, right? Before they head back to Boston. Yeah. You call this one. Obviously your Buck. This is another one of your mobs, right?
We.
Yeah, so go ahead, man. You French now. Go ahead, speak on it, man.
We. Now I'm Milwaukee, man. Another bus driver here in Giannis, man. I would say probably like the best player in the NBA right now. Best player in the NBA right now, and he's leading his mob. You know, had a horrible. Nah, I'm not gonna say horrible, but had a tough game 2. But to your point, I feel as though he will go look at the film. He would adjust, come out and play well, and that's what he did. I feel as though they'll go back to Boston with a 3-1 lead, and probably get Boston out of there in 5.
Yeah, and they had a questionable call to end this game. If you were a Boston fan, you were saying that Marcus Smart was going up for a 3. If not, you were saying fucking stop crying. It's a very physical game. Something that I think helped Boston a lot in that first series against the Nets. They were beating up KD, they were beating up Kyrie, which is playoff basketball. So you can't get to the next series and then start complaining when you bump into a bigger, badder bully.
Right.
But Giannis, speaking on his night, 42 points, 12 rebounds, 8 assists, 2 blocks, 2 steals. So you know that's MVP talk, that's bus driver shit. And that's who he is on both ends of the court. Had kind of a reckless play, I would say, not dirty, but reckless play, going up trying to block Tatum's dunk, got his ass yammed on. But that's who he is.
Man, that's hard. Man, that's hard play, man. That's basketball. Unfortunately, you know, he fell, but man, no easy baskets, man.
No layups.
No layups.
That's the playoff rule. Yeah, that's the playoff rule.
So yeah, man. But again, that's why I said I would pick Milwaukee as my front runner, man, because again, they've been there, and when the guy is doing what he's doing,
hey,
he can stand up in the meeting room and curse motherfuckers out, and nobody's gonna say anything.
Absolutely.
He put on the film like, this is what I'm doing. I'm showing up each and every night on both
Coaches
ends.
and all.
Coaches and all. Yeah, I'm calling everybody out, and you can't say anything. You understand what I'm saying? So now he can hold everybody accountable. You know what I mean? I feel as though he's just the type of person where he's gonna look in the mirror and say, "Hey, look, this is what I need to do better. I'm not doing this so well." So Milwaukee, again, is my pick. My pick.
Hey, that's AB pick. A as Tone said, AB don't miss. He been on point. He been on a nice little run this year. I must say so. But Giannis, man, yeah, he was on. And Tatum on the other side struggled, man. 41 minutes, only had 10 points, was 4 for 19, 0 for 6 from 3-pointer. But young, great player in this league. So I think he'll bounce back as well. And figure it out. But it should be an exciting series. Like both teams, like both coaches, physical teams. But I'm with you on this one. I think Milwaukee and Giannis figures it out.
Yeah.
He figured it out, man.
Giannis smart too. Nikki was talking about it. He was about to say something about the refs. He was like, how much? 20K? Nah,
I like my money.
Yeah, I like my money. Smart man.
Very smart man. This series, Memphis Golden State, exciting series.
The Warriors battle the Grizzlies in Game 4 of the conference semifinals at 10 p.m. The Warriors lead the series 2-1.
Appreciate that series. I appreciate that. So they battle tonight.
We should run that household.
Battle tonight at 10 o'clock. Golden State up 2-1. Ja Morant expected to be out, I believe. Had a knee injury, suffered a knee injury. I think his knee's been bothering him kind of all year. That's part of the reason why he missed that chunk of games. Jordan Poole had a play where he was going for the ball and grabbed his knee. I necessarily don't think that was a play that injured him. But who knows? It's been a chippy series. We talked about it before. I've been on Golden State the whole time. I think they figured out they found a way to win. Obviously, Ja Morant being out, Grizzlies had some success during the regular season with him being out, but he's been playing tremendous in the playoffs. And as we spoke on earlier, the playoffs are a different beast. So now I know Memphis was another one of your mobs coming into these playoffs. Now with Ja Morant potentially being out for the foreseeable future, you still think Golden State?
No bueno.
Well, it's a whole new series.
No bueno. It's a whole new series, man. Memphis needs Ja in the playoffs. You need your star players to play and play big. Like you said, like throughout the regular season when he was out, the Grizzlies played well. I thought that benefited them down the stretch and coming into the playoffs. But going against Golden State, the way Steph and Clay and Poole, Wiggins and how they're playing, you need your star player. So I think it looks ugly for Memphis, man. Warriors in 5.
Oh, Warriors in 5. Yeah, I said they would go back to Memphis up 3-1. I didn't even see that this injury happening, but yeah, I'm with you, man. I'm with you.
Yeah.
And again, on the same page.
Yeah. And again, like you said, man, as far as the Jordan Poole play and Ja, I don't think who am I? Who are we? We don't know, but from the looks of it, didn't look like that injury occurred on that particular play there.
We probably both had MCL injuries.
I definitely did. I was out a month with mine.
Yeah, I don't know. Take more than that. I tell you that damn much. But we don't know how everybody's different. His body position, some things don't look, how they feel. So these are for sure top tier athletes. So we don't know. These type of athletes. They're kind of like Ferraris and McLaren. Like you bump up that little thing, it might be in the shop for a month.
Yeah,
but
never know.
But I hope Ja makes it back out there sooner than later. We thought Embiid would be out longer than he was. He came back, so Ja could have that same type of recovery. It's playoff time, so motherfuckers playing through shit.
Got to, especially when you that guy.
Some people decide not to play, but Ja cut from that cloth, man. So But speaking of, people, but we're gonna move on. But it's been a great playoff so far. I'm enjoying it. I've been talking to some people. It's like, man, I ain't really been into it that much this year. And it's like, probably LeBron ain't in it, huh? And I think for some people, like LeBron not being in the playoffs, like either they want to see him fail or they want to see him succeed. That maybe affects some people. But for me, I've been enjoying the NBA product. I always watch the NBA playoffs, and I've been enjoying it this year too, man. And Bron not being in it, it's like it's wide open for me. Like it's shit, anybody can make that run. So I'm excited about it.
Nah, I'm with you. I'm with you, man. I've thoroughly enjoyed the playoffs. Being able to see, see some younger cats come in and try to make a name for themselves, like a Ja, like a Luka, and not talking about regular season, but doing it in the playoffs. You see Joel coming in and carrying his mom. So I like it. I hate that my man LBJ is not in the offs. That was my mob.
BJ out there in F1, Miami out there in the club.
That was another one of my mobs that I had. You know what I'm saying? Winning the chip.
I don't know who keeps track out there, but AB might have more teams than me right now, man.
Hey, just right now, I'm like you, man. I'm in the moment right now. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, but speaking of LeBron, saw him in the club, I think for his birthday or something like that, a party, which you're not used to seeing him anywhere but the playoffs during this time of year. But Ja Morant, who is in the middle of a heated series. I know you've been a captain, you've been a leader, professional athlete, 14 years. NBA playoffs, you're in the middle of it. It was a video that came out. He was out in San Fran. It's different in basketball. They got the off days. They play at nighttime. It's different. We don't know if he was drinking. He could have just been in there vibing, Red Bulls, water, whatever. Was video of him out in the club, middle of a series, playoffs. How would you feel about that as a teammate, as a fan, as a coach? Feel nothing? Or is that like something? Is that a big deal to you?
It's not a big deal. I'm really trying to put myself.
I'm as teammate AB. It's a young team too. So
yeah, so
teams are built different.
Teams are built different. I'm really trying to put myself in the situation because I know basketball is different. And I know he could have just been like, look, I just don't want to be in the room. Like I just want to go out. Listen to some music or whatever the case may be. We don't know. He maybe didn't have a drink. Maybe he had one drink. But I know basketball is different. You know what I mean? Where you can still get in and you can have all day to rest, all day to sleep, and you don't play until that night. So I'm not tripping. If I'm teammate, I'm not tripping.
Okay. I'm not every team.
I'm not tripping.
Like you said, it's different. It's definitely different basketball. My basketball guys, they'll come in town and I'll go to a game like boys out streets, and then they don't have to play until probably 7, 8 that next night, and they do whatever, stretch, IVs, whatever, and then go shoot around, do their thing. But I personally, I don't. It's a bad look. It's just a bad look. It's it's optics, number one. And I mean, you're the leader. It's a young team, like I said. So you trying to get something you never got before. So you don't really know what it takes to do that. So this is just me personally. Like, I want it locked in. I want the optics to look like we locked in, because let's say you go out there the next game and you have a bad game, and it may have absolutely nothing to do with you being in the club the night before, but that's what it's going to be. So it's a bad look. It's a bad look for me. If I'm his teammate, if I'm his coach, if I'm a fan of the Grizzlies, I'm like, come on, John, not right now. You could do that in a month.
So to your point though, like I was always a fan of do what you do. You know what I mean? So if you in the regular season and that's what you do, not saying that's your routine, but that's what you do to let off your steam or whatever. Like continue to do that. Just don't do that just don't switch it up because we're here. You know what I mean? And so I hear that. As far as the optics, I mean, I get that where it doesn't look good, but at the end of the day, like if I've been doing this all year and I've been coming out and I've been performing, like, I'm not just gonna switch it up just because it doesn't look good. You know what I mean? I'm gonna do what I do because I've been successful doing it. So But I can get why, you know, somebody
it's just, you know,
I get it, but I just, if I'm a teammate and I'm looking at Ja and I know how he go about his business,
if you know that's just Ja, that's just hey,
that's
that's
Ja. Because I mean, you had teammates like that, like yo, like this is who this person is. Like you had teammates like yo, that's just what he do, and you know on Sundays or Thursdays or Monday night, whenever, like they're gonna be ready to play. So it is what it is.
all right, man. I guess we agree to disagree on that one.
Mm-hmm.
But hopefully get back out there, hoping he do his thing when he does get back out there, man. I think that was all. That was every series.
That was every series. We're down to 4 series, 8 teams.
Yeah, man. So I think series said they play tonight. Damn it. Cancel series. Cancel. No, cancel. Stop listening. Damn it.
Yeah, we see who run that household.
Listen, everything, man.
On a more serious note, May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and it's been, and and might be different from you, but for me, it just seems like it's been a lot more. It could be because of social media and being able to view everything and see different people tweets, but just as far as like suicide, it's been a lot more suicide that I've been running across here lately. And obviously, as you know, dealing with mental health and people dealing with different issues,
young people too,
depression, young people, yeah. So again, man, I know I kind of I tell myself I need to do this more, just to check on your people, check on your people, make sure they're doing fine, and it's not a bad thing to go out there and get help. Growing up, especially in the Black community, if you got a therapist, you was crazy.
Yeah, that's taboo.
That's not the narrative, man. We got to go out here and we got to do whatever we need to do to make sure that we're good, first and foremost mentally. And I just look at myself as a father, as a husband. I got to make sure I'm good, to make sure wifey's good, and make sure my kids good. You know what I mean? So again, man, y'all check on your peoples, love on them, hug them, tell them you love them, be there for them, not to even give feedback, but just be there to listen. And somebody needs to vent to you. You don't know what that could mean for them. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't have people that they can go to and talk to. So be there for your people.
That's a fact, man. Couldn't have said it better myself. And like you said, young people, everybody going through something, man. Everybody's going through some shit. People deal with things differently. So be compassionate too for other people going through things that you may not understand. Yes. Because you may digest it or deal with things differently, so you don't really have that compassion for other people. But it's a post from Darius Leonard via the Indy Star. I know the Colts have a kick the stigma campaign going on, I believe. Right. But Darius Leonard, I asked everybody how they're doing. Sometimes it's okay to ask me how I'm doing. Don't just ask me to ask me. Ask me truly to have a conversation with me and understand that I'm human too. Mental health is something real. I faced it. I battled it day in, day out. In 2012, my brother got killed. That's when mental health for me really went downhill. But I fought it, not just with me by myself, but with my family and everybody around me. So life, man, it's a team game. It's a team game, like AB said. Be willing to talk to people. And I know that's something I struggle with. Like growing up, like you said, I don't know if it's a Black community thing or a man thing or whatever. Like it was a weakness to show emotion or show that you was going through something or maybe something too much for you to deal with. But you got friends out there, you got people in your corner who would love to help you. And it hurts people. Obviously, you lose someone and maybe the suicide or something like that. And people just like, damn, man, I wish they would just spoke to me. I wish I would have spoke to them. So don't let those moments pass. It's very, very, very important. And it's good that the conversation is brought up more. Like you said, man, it's a team game.
No doubt.
Let's continue to help each other.
Yeah, the Funk, man, Chile, that Southern University killed herself. She was only a freshman, man, and that hurt my heart. I mean, obviously, when you see a young person pass, it's anybody pass. It's tough, man. But to read, and to hear about, this young woman, man, just battling with depression for so long, and
Yeah.
that's tough, man. So I can't say it enough, man. To check on your folks, to check on your people, man, and love on them.
Absolutely. Absolutely, man. I saw the cheerleader at Southern. I saw some athletes, I believe at Wisconsin, Stanford,
Yeah.
So it's hard on young folks, man, because you especially with social media and stuff, you're looking at everybody else, then you're looking at yourself, so I tell my kids, a lot of people, you're enough. You know what I mean? Like, always know that you are enough. You are more than worthy. Just first and foremost, I think it starts there. Just understanding that and looking in the mirror and knowing that it's something on the other side.
Yeah.
And people
not even
you, people love you.
And not even just the kids, D-Buck.
No, I'm just but like you spoke on being a husband, being a father, so
yeah. Nah, I'm with you. I'm with you on that. Definitely got to preach that. Got to hammer that into our kids' minds, man. But then, like you said, like it's even grown men and women out here that you really got to like look, man. Like, you can't be trying to judge your life off of what somebody posting on social media. Yeah, we know 98.9% of that is as the young ones say, is cap. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
you posting highlights.
Yeah,
you posting a highlight reel.
Exactly.
Everybody look like a superstar with a highlight reel. But and then
run your race.
Yep. And then we have we all of us have traumatic things that happen in our life, whether it's losing someone or something happens to you personally, maybe you lose a job, maybe you anything that can happen. This pandemic, we're still dealing with a worldwide pandemic and the things around that have affected everyone to some level. So and it's not something, some people may take this wrong, but this ain't something you just pray on and just pray on and just be strong. Nah. We got, it's a team game, man. So find your teammates, use your teammates, and then be a teammate for other people when the time comes, man.
Yeah.
But what else we got, man?
We got a little football. Week 2, Tennessee versus Buffalo. Monday night, Tennessee versus Buffalo. We got Minnesota.
Double header.
Yeah, Minnesota versus Philadelphia. So, I think you look at Tennessee and Buffalo, probably might be two of your top teams in the AFC, and Minnesota and Philly. Philly definitely did some great things in the draft on draft day this offseason. Minnesota did well for themselves as well. So, looking forward to this week 2, Monday night.
Which one of these games will you be watching? Because they could both look like it'll be on a damn near the same. This is actually my first game was a Monday night doubleheader. My first career game. My best friend Tavon played the same day. It was Raiders Chargers, and I played the Bills Patriots. But Tennessee Buffalo or Vikings Eagles, which one of these games will you be tuned into?
I'm flicking back and forth. I'm back and forth, but I'm back and forth, but because I definitely want to see what Jay Allen and them going to do. I want to see. Obviously, we talked about it. Tannehill, he gonna have that. The Bulls out on his back. See how he come out and play. But then on the other game, you got Minnesota. My man Quasi, the new GM. So I want to see how their new acquisitions pan out, and then obviously the Eagles and what they were able to do in the draft, getting AJ Brown. So I'm definitely gonna be back and forth for them 2 games.
Yeah, I'll probably go. If I had to pick one, I'd go Tennessee Buffalo. I want to see obviously King Henry back. He missed a lot of time last season. And then you got Josh Allen, who a lot of people are calling the best quarterback in the league coming in this year. Bills, everybody saying the Bills are the best team. I'm be excited to see them. We lose, Titans lose AJ Brown. It's gonna be interesting to see how they do. AJ Brown will be playing later that night with the Eagles. Damn, you're right. I might have to flip back.
Yeah,
I might have to.
You gotta be back and forth, D, but
Yeah, man, it's should be a good one. But the NFL is making the schedule release a week-long thing. You know, NFL got to dominate as many days of headlines as they can. So we shall see. But before we get up out of here, you know, we had I think an important conversation about mental health off the real tones and gems. I attempted suicide in college. I've lived 21 years since. In that moment, I could have never imagine what joy I'd have in life, a wife, kids, etc. Check on your happy friends too. I think that's important. Very important. Check on your happy friends, your strong friends. GI Joe 317. Everyone reach out to someone today and tell them you have their back. I think those are
very
great
important
things. Very important things. But oh shoot. Are you still there? I'm still there.
Yeah, I hear you.
Oh, okay. I got a message that said my computer got to be restarted. But all right. About that time to get up out of here.
Yes, sir. Hey, again, as always, we appreciate tell a friend and tell a friend. Hashtag. Man, y'all have a great week. Great Monday.
Rock with y'all.
See y'all on the other side.
Appreciate y'all rocking with us. Me, Derrick Henry definitely gonna be sick. You seen 10 in the box.
10 in the box.
Y'all tap into the Pat McAfee show today. I'll be on there. You know, I'll be talking about F1. I mean, tap in, man. We'll see y'all on Thursday. Out of here.
Peace.
Might have to switch the beat up just so we can get some bars, maybe, man. All right, man, we out.
All right, peace.
Y'all hoping the day was giving another Monday. Man, how niggas gonna be showing up?